I went to LA for 2 days with the five-time world champion. I came back having understood something about dance that 3 years of training hadn't taught me. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just got back from Los Angeles. 1 week, 4 days of surfing on Manhattan Beach and 2 days of intensive training with Ina Jeliazkova, five-time world champion in Latin Ballroom. In this video, what happened when a wave knocked me down on my first day and what that taught me about competing. The one thing Ina said about choreography that I immediately understood in my body, and the practice drill she gave me that changed everything in my very first training session back home. Welcome to California! So I just arrived and I'm going to surfing. Before my classes, I need some chill time. Yeah, the weather is okay, but now it's the first surfing class. I do have a life insurance, so I hope this will be good. And I also took this up. So convenient. I hadn't surfed in 4 years, and my very first day on Manhattan Beach, I made the classic mistake. I went straight to the big wave because I remember it being able to do it before. One wave picked me up and spun me completely. That's called getting barreled. And when you are inside it, you have no control, no directions, no idea which way is up. I came out of the water and made a decision. The big waves are not what I'm here for. I moved to the white water, a foam after the wave has already broken. Smaller, more forgiving, easier to read. And I spent the rest of the day there, practicing balance, getting confident, enjoying it. I thought about that a lot during the dance camp later. How often do we go straight to the hardest version of something because we think we should be able to do it, instead of going back to the foundation and building from there? 4 days of surfing, Manhattan Beach has a very specific energy. More surf town than LA. Quieter, relaxed, unpretentious. I loved it. I just loved it. I'm in LA right now for the dance camp with the Ina. August 1st and 2nd, the dance camp. About 20 women came from Los Angeles, from Seattle, from Australia. Yes, we did have one from Australia. All levels, all ages, all there for the same reason. Ina almost never teaches anyone, and this one of 4 camps she runs all year for her online students. The team was choreography specifically. What makes a dance actually interesting to watch? Ina's framework, movement, music, space, dynamic, intention, not just steps in the right place at the right time, but understanding where to be fast and where to slow down, where to expand and where to collect, where to hold and where to release. She demonstrated with the small samba sequence, and then we added one layer at a time. First just the steps, then dynamic, then the intention, and then the difference between the first version and the last was extraordinary. Same 8 counts, completely different dance. Welcome to the second day. I wake up 7 a.m. I was expecting the traffic in LA because yesterday it took me 90 minutes to drive here. And it was no traffic. It's a Sunday, so it was like a half an hour ride. So I really hope this is gonna help me. Like a liter of the coffee. Oh my god. Yeah, so some stretching and preparing. And today we're supposed to have a special guest. Something about jazz. We also had a guest teacher, a choreographer who works on Broadway production and TV shows. He taught us something I'd never experienced before. He gave us a full jazz combination using only images. No counts, no music. Walk through New York City. Imagine you putting a hat with your right hand. You see a bright light, you cover your face, you see your name, and you're surprised. That was amazing. And then he turned on the music, and we all did it correctly first try. Because we understood what we were doing, we weren't counting steps, we were telling a story.
You say the neon lights are bright on Broadway, on Broadway. You say there's always magic in the air, on Broadway. But when you're walking down the street and you ain't had enough to eat, little was right up.
That was the most important thing I took from the entire camp. On the second day, we had QI. Everyone asked Ina something that was personally important to them. My question was about how I look on the floor with my partner. I dance well individually, I know that, but I want us to look like a complete unit together. And I worry about taking up too much space. Latin dancers are typically very small, very lean, and I'm aware of how I look next to them. Ina's answer was direct: two things. First, upper body movement draws the eye upward. If your upper body is expressive and alive, judges don't look there. Not at your feet, not at your frame, not at how much space you are covering. Second, and this was especially useful for me as someone who designs my own competition dresses, the best dress for competing is the same silhouette as what you train in. You already know how you move in your training clothes. You know how you look with your partner. Take that exact shape and make it your competition dress. Add stones carefully. Too many stones add visual weight. I'm designing my new dress for the World Championship right now, and I'm using exactly that advice. Before I get to my last thought, if you've ever watched my competition journey and you're curious about the dresses I wear on stage, I design and sell my own competition ballroom gowns at irinavibestar.com. Every dress you've seen me compete in, I created. Link is in the description. Ina also identified something specific in my dancing that needs work: timing. I hear the beat, but I don't know which count to start on. And in Latin, if you start on the wrong count, everything that follows is technically correct but musically wrong. The solution was simple: practice under metronome. Boring, but no music, no words, just the beat. Doo, doo, doo. Pure count until the body knows instinctively where one is. And I did my first training session with the metronome yesterday, and something shifted immediately. I could where to place my feet. I could feel the count. For the first time in 3 years of dancing, I felt genuinely confident about my timing. Yay! One drill, one session. That's what 2 days with the right person can do. 3 weeks until the World Championship. I know what I'm working on. I will keep documenting everything between now and LA. The training, the dress, and what happens when we actually get on the floor. Subscribe if you want to follow the full story. I post every week. And I want to know, have you ever had a teacher, even for just a short time, who completely changed how you understood something? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. And I will see you in the next video. XOXO. Bye!